A trio of noteworthy stories on the economics beat. First, there is nearly a 1 in 3 chance of a U.S. recession in the next couple of years, according to the latest survey of economists by Reuters. The median of economists in the poll who responded to a question about the chances of a recession in the next year was only 15%, about the same level it has been over the past few years. That probability rose to 31% over the next 2 years, however. The risk of a recession really picks up after a year, or sometime in 2020, because that is when you start to see the fiscal stimulus start to fade. Joseph Song, senior U.S. economist at Bank of America Merrill Lynch, told Reuters. Elsewhere, the Wall Street Journal's Money Beat blog Thursday focused on rising corporate borrowing costs, saying they're a sign the years of easy money in the wake of the financial crisis are ending. Spreads on top-rated corporate bonds are rising, as are Treasury yields, and that's pushing up the cost of borrowing for companies. The effective yield on BBB-rated corporate bonds, one approximation of how much yield investors receive for owning such debt, was at the highest in more than 2 years recently at about 4.4%. The blog noted, to be sure, the corporate bond market remains healthy, but tightening borrowing costs do inject an element of uncertainty into financial markets, the blog added. Meanwhile, another article in the journal reports that some investors are starting to wonder when rising Treasury yields will start putting a drag on the economy and affect markets. The yield on the benchmark 10-year Treasury this year hit its highest level since 2011. There's an element of risk that's pervaded the markets that we didn't have at the start of 2018, said Jody Lurie, a bond strategist at Janney Montgomery Scott. Investors are wondering if there is any part of the market that won't be subject to losses, she added. Rising bond yields have already pushed up borrowing costs for home buyers. Ross Snell.